Grade 8 Reading, Curriculum Assessment 1, September-October 2020. Read the selection and choose the best answer to each question. Then fill in the answer on your answer document. Number 1. By using the first-person point of view, the author is able to show A. How the father feels about hiring someone to help with the narrator's project. B. What the narrator's classmates think about the outcome of the project. C. The enthusiasm the narrator feels while working on the project. D. The father's concerns about how the project will be accomplished. Number 2. Read the following dictionary entry. Survey. 1. To collect data by asking questions. 2. To take measurements on a piece of land. 3. To determine the value of something. 4. To look over thoroughly. Which definition most closely matches the meaning of surveyed as it is used in paragraph 2? F. Definition 1. G. Definition 2. H. Definition 3. J. Definition 4. Number 3. In paragraphs 7 through 10, why is the father's response to the narrator's plan important to the excerpt? A. It shows how pleased the father is with the narrator's decision. B. It gives the narrator a chance to explain his reasons for selecting the project. C. It provides the narrator with the support he needs in order to begin the project. D. It allows the father to give advice to the narrator about how to clear the land. Number 4. Read the sentence from paragraph 2. A thin ribbon of cloud seemed to envelop cone-shaped little Baldy from bottom to top like the new rope Pa had just bought for the windlass over our well. The author uses imagery in this sentence most likely to show how F. The narrator was inspired to plant corn on little Baldy in a specific pattern. G. Large little Baldy seemed to the narrator before he began the project. H. The narrator is surprised by his father's ability to repair equipment on the farm. J. Proud the narrator thinks his father will be with the outcome of the project. Number 5. Paragraphs 11 through 15 support the primary theme of the excerpt by emphasizing the narrator's A. Diligence, B. Satisfaction, C. Sincerity, D. Modesty. Number 6. The narrator describes his mule ride to school in a way that shows his F. Jealousy of his classmates, G. Fondness for using his imagination, H. Appreciation for where he lives, J. Gratitude for having transportation. Number 7. Which sentence best illustrates the narrator's commitment to his project? A. Next morning, little Baldy was a dark hill jutting high into February's cold, windy sky. B. Then, with a hand planter, I planted the corn on moonlit nights. C. We burned the brush and I was ready to start plowing. D. I could not see an object 10 feet in front of me in this mist. Number 8. Which event triggers the main conflict in the story? F. The narrator rides his donkey to school and sees little Baldy. G. The narrator's dad agrees to clear little Baldy for planting. H. The narrator clears little Baldy and plants corn extending the corn row for over 20 miles. J. The science teacher, Professor Herbert, assigns a project to the narrator's class. Number 9. When the narrator explains how he completed his project, His classmates' response shows that they A. have changed the way they perceive the narrator, B. realize how much the outcome of the project means to the narrator, C. want to participate in a similar project on another piece of land, D. believe that the professor thinks the project is excellent. Number 10. The father's work schedule contributes to the development of the plot because it F. allows the narrator to complete his project in secret, G. causes concern about the cost of paying someone to help the narrator, H. prevents the father from having enough time to finish his part of the project, J. creates tension when the narrator realizes he has to complete the project without his father. Number 11. The reader can conclude that when Ella arrives at Lola's house, Ella is A. envious of Lola for getting a role in the school play, B. grateful to Lola for helping her become more confident, C. timid about confronting Lola for pretending to be sick, D. furious with Lola over her decision to quit. Number 12. Which statement best expresses the main theme of the excerpt? F. It is important for people to accept their friends' decisions. G. People should be true to their own goals. H. It is best to avoid problems rather than try to solve them. J. Friends who have overcome obstacles give useful advice. Number 13. Read these sentences from paragraph 34. Nothing, I shouted back through my sobs. I've had a miraculous recovery. These sentences show that Lola, A. hopes her mother does not realize she is angry, B. plans to continue to cry with Ella, C. has decided to perform in the play, D. has agreed to let Carla have the lead role in the play. Number 14. The author included paragraph 15 in order to F. explain why Lola has decided she doesn't want to perform in the play, G. let the reader know that at one time Ella did not want Lola to act in the play, H. show the reader that Lola is no longer interested in being in the play, J. demonstrate that Ella is upset with Lola for not following her earlier advice about being in the play. Number 15. What effect does Ella's uncharacteristic behavior have on the resolution of the excerpt? A. It reminds Lola of what is important to her. B. It makes Lola question her friendship with Ella. C. It forces Lola to think about revising her motto. D. It helps Lola accept the fact that she is not as talented as Carla. Number 16. Which sentence best explains why Lola is surprised by Ella's actions? F. She hadn't been able to bring me my homework that afternoon before because she had to do something with her mother at the last minute, but I'd figured she'd wait till the weekend to come. G. Ella's face was red and blotchy from crying. H. Ella glazed at me in silence for several seconds. J. I had the thought to jump up and lock the door, but before I could, it opened, and Ella Marjorie Gerard, the girl once destined to be picked as most shy in our high school yearbook, marched in. Number 17. The author included paragraph 28 to A. Demonstrate how upset Lola is about quitting the play. B. Convey how hurt Lola is by Ella's words. C. Reveal how unhappy Lola is about living in the suburbs. D. Illustrate how sad Lola feels about the way her classmates are treating her. Number 18. Which event triggers the main problem in the excerpt? F. Lola getting the role Carla Santini wanted in the play. G. Lola moving to a new school in the suburbs. H. Lola pretending to be sick on the day of the play. J. Lola arguing with Ella about her decision. Number 19. Which of these best expresses Ella's admiration for Lola? A. You taught me that you can make life what you want. B. What happened to the person who never gives up? C. Everybody's depending on you. D. This isn't like you at all. Number 20. Which statement best expresses the main conflict in the excerpt? F. Lola is upset that her best friend Ella has come to her house so early in the morning. G. Carla Santini, the most popular girl in school, wants the lead role in the school play. H. Ella respects Lola and wants her to talk to Carla Santini and her classmates. J. Lola tries to avoid performing in a play because of the negative reaction she has received at school.